Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leslie and today I'm going to be talking about some of the books that I want to read by the end of 2020 and carry on into the beginning of 2021.
Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty.
Okay, so today I am drinking Tezo classic chai tea. And I'm going to go over some of the books that I'm going to try and finish by the end of this year, and hopefully I can get a couple started before the beginning of the new year. So this first one is one that I've had for quite a while. This is Confessions of a Part-Time Sorceress by Shelly Mazanoble. This is about a lady who works in the professional business world. I don't remember what her actual job is, but in her free time, she is a sorceress when she plays D&D. D&D is a very nerdy game. If you don't know what D&D is, this is how she builds her character and how she kicks butt, all that kind of stuff. But she gives pointers all the way through the book, and it's kind of cute. So far, this one's a really good one. It's just been years since I picked it up, but I want to finish it, and yeah, that'll be a really good one to check off of my to-be-read stack. Okay. So the next one is another one that I've been reading for quite a while. I'll pick it up and I'll read a lot of it and then put it down and I won't touch it forever. Whenever I first started reading it, I was like, everybody needs to read this book, and I recommended it to everybody, and then I started watching the show that it was based on the book, and I never picked the book up again, and I'm kicking myself in the butt because I want to finish this book. This is The Mortal Instruments, City of Bones. This is the book that Shadowhunters is based on, and it's by Cassandra, Clare. It's a really good book, especially if you like things that are magic based, because these people who can wield magic are fighting demons and monsters and stuff like that. So it's a really good book, and all the while the main character is finding out some of her old past that was hidden from her. So it's really good. Sorry if I'm putting spoilers out there and you haven't ever read it, but that's just my whole channel in a nutshell is a spoiler alert. I made it almost halfway through that one before I set it down and started watching the show, and that's where I could have just kicked myself because I should have finished the book. And this next one is another one that I did that too. I do that quite a lot, especially with books that have shows. Like, I'll just set the book down and I'll watch the show and then I'll never return to it. But this one is one I am listening to on audiobooks. I've already watched the show because I binge watched it over the weekend, this last weekend. But while I'm listening to it on audiobooks, I'm annotating and reading in the physical book. So Drums of Autumn, it's part of the Outlander series. The Outlander series is really good. the TV show leaves out a lot from the book, and that's just because they don't have time. But the books are the way to go with this series. This is the 4th book, and I am in at page 149. Yeah. A lot of stuff has already happened in the first 150 pages. That, and I like discussing these books with my stepmom. She's the one that actually started me on this series, and we watched the first show with my grandmother. That was interesting. So, because my grandmother and my stepmom had both read the entire series multiple times, so we decided, hey, we're gonna watch this. We're gonna read it and watch it together. First episode, I was so red, and my grandma looks over at me. She was like, honey, it's just sex. I was so embarrassed. But my grandmother, God rest her soul, she was an amazing woman, and I love her, and she left me with some good memories. But Outlander is something that helps me remember her. Okay, and this next one was part of October's TBR. I didn't get one book from October's TBR read, and yeah, it was just not a good month for reading. This book is The Path of Alchemy by Mark Stavish. The information in it is really good, but the writing puts me to sleep. And that's why I've only made it to page 17, because I keep falling asleep. And it doesn't help that I read this when I'm really tired, too. So, I mean, it's not the author's fault. I promise. The information is really good. The next one is also part of my October TBR. This one, I'm hoping is going to be a good book. It's called Evolution of Goddess by Emma Mildon. I've only read the first 5 pages, and they sound very intriguing. I just haven't made very far. I'm excited to see what goes on in this book. I think it's going to be a lot of digging up things and working through, things that are holding you back. I think that's what this is going to be about. But I really want to get through this one by the end of this year. Like, this is one of my must-have done things. Okay. This next one is one that I picked up because I'm intrigued by the subject matter and I know nothing about it, so I wanted to educate myself. And it's called Sticks, Stones, Roots, and Bones. This is by Stephenie Rose Bird. It's about hoodoo. Hoodoo is one of those things I know nothing about. And hi, Barbara. What are you doing? You gonna say hi to everybody? Say hi. He is in the cone of shame because he ripped out fur off of his tail. But this one is going to be very educational. So I'm excited to get to this one. What are you doing? Okay, so the next one I'm going to insert a picture, like right here or right here. Is Color Therapy. It's one of those books on my October TBR that I didn't get finished. I am 45% of the way through it, but I'm slowly making my way through it. It's a very interesting book because it talks about how we use color to signify certain things, and there are some information in there that I didn't really realize that's what was happening, but it makes you think. And I'm learning a lot with it. So, color therapy, and I do not remember the name of the author. I'm so sorry, but it's a really good book. I'll insert the picture, and you'll be able to see their name on it. This next one is one that I actually helped publish. I was part of the desktop publishing, setting margins, inserting pictures into documents, things like that. My stepmom compiled these. It is Ghost Stories of the Murrell Home. The Murrell Home is a historical plantation style home in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. They have reenactments, things like that. But one of their major reenactment things is ghost stories during October. Well, this year they weren't able to hold the ghost stories at the Murrell Home, where they have reenactors come in and tell the stories in different rooms. Well, it was a tradition for our family to go while my stepmom was reenacting and telling some stories. So I decided I was going to keep part of that tradition alive and get the book. The book is $12, and then shipping is $2.75. If you would like to get your own copy, you can call the Murrell Home. I'll put their phone number or link down in the description box, and they will send it to you through the mail. These are just stories that have been passed down. Excited to read these. Okay, this next book is Midnight Sun by Stephenie Meyer. Okay, so I got this book because I want to say I've completely read all of the Twilight books, and hopefully I don't throw this one across the room at the end. I threw the last book across the room because I was so mad at the main character. Hopefully that doesn't happen with this one because it's chunker, and I really don't like throwing books, but we'll see how this one goes. Crossing my fingers I don't throw it. Okay, this next one is A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. The only reason why I got this book is because of other booktubers. They've been recommending it, and I'm like, ooh, I want Deadly Education. I want to be able to tell people I got it. Virginia George got this, so I got it. This book, if you don't know anything about it, is about a magic school called the Scholarmance. In this world, if you wield magic, you have a 1 in 20 chance of surviving, but if you go to the school, you have a 1 in 4 chance, and that's about all I know about it. I'm really excited to read this one, just to have some fantasy in my life, but yeah. And then my next to last book is one that I have to wait till release date in December to come out, and I'll insert that, somewhere. It's called Deadly Dreams by KJ Sutton. Fortuna Sworn series is amazing, especially if you like fae, romance, and adventure, and revenge, and yeah, so good. I'm so ready for this book to come out. Can't wait, and December needs to get here. Okay, so this last book is probably one of the books that I was anticipating getting here for all of this last month. That is Clanlands by Sam Hewen and Graham McTavish. Jamie, Alexander, Malcolm Mackenzie Frazier, and Dougal Mackenzie from Outlander. They went on a road trip around Scotland, and this is their adventure and their wittiness, but they throw in some history and tidbits, and there's pictures, full color. I'm excited about this book, and you need to calm yourself. I'm excited about this book. It will probably be one of the next books that I pick up, but I'm really excited. All right. That is all the books I am hoping to get to soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this little pile. If you have any questions, comments, queries, concerns, or just want to chat, leave some comments down below. Check out the description box for my Facebook and Instagram and my Kindle website that's going to be coming soon. There's going to be links down there for those, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace, love, luck, and joy, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Ireland, I am coming home. I can see rolling fields of green and fences made of stone.